Hello everybody, video here for you today. This is the Curse of Oak Island Looks Back and Ahead, in which I look back at past episodes and also look forward to the next new episode. Looking back 6 years and 6 days before the Sinking In episode airs on March 4th, 2025, the episode in which borehole H8 began caving in was aired. I remembered Rick being called to the money pit at night, but forgot that the caving in had started during the day. Rock equipment owner Vanessa Lucido informed Rick and Craig that they would have to stop oscillating the caisson deeper, but that hammer grabbing could continue because it wasn't an issue that would require evacuating the area for safety. Such issues were expected because, as Vanessa says in that episode, the money pit is Swiss cheese due to so many different digs there. As a reminder, among the artifacts that H8 produced were parchment, leather bookbinding, and 2 bone fragments, one from a Middle Eastern individual and the other from a European. The carbon dating range that the 2 bones fragments shared was 1682 to 1736. Marty thought H8 was the original money pit shaft for many years. I don't recall if he ever changed his mind on that. This is Rick checking on it during the day. Vanessa's team estimated the collapse to be around 18 inches. That night, Rick was called back to the money pit and arrived at 10:07 p.m. He said he could hear the rumbling underground. Rick harnessed up to take a look and saw soil from the top dropping down. Normally, the soil all around the caisson would be at the same level. Rick said that's enough curiosity when several chunks started dropping and he could see a big crack in the soil. The next day, the problem was much bigger, as you can see. In that following episode, a vibro hammer was attached to the caisson to shake it to cause the soil to fill in the voids. The hole was also backfilled. Still considered to be unsafe, H8 operations were halted. A few episodes later, the team began sinking a caisson called S6 in an attempt to intersect the Shaft 6 tunnel to the money pit, which they are also going to be doing in this current season 12. Looking ahead to that next new episode called Sinking In. The preview that followed the previous episode showed that the TB1 caisson spoils include very old wood that has Roman numerals etched into them, which they have also found elsewhere in the money pit and Smith's Cove on the U-shaped structure. In what appears to be Lot 5, Gary finds something and says something that I think ends with right on top. YouTube automatic closed captioning could not do anything with it, so it just skipped it. So we'll have to wait on that. Whoa! The previously seen doodlings in a book that looked like Oak Island and the mainland coast also have a square one that at least one researcher thought to be similar to the brick vault in the swamp. And indeed, the arrow drawn from it ends exactly where it is on the island. A different preview on the History Channel website shows something white next to the flat object that I thought was the find by Gary, but I guess it could be either one of those, or both. And we get some sinking in footage as Rick takes a look in his blue t-shirt. A few people in the J-Free 906 community thought that this was footage of the 8H collapse, but in that he was wearing a darker button-up long sleeve shirt. Again, we see soil way lower than it should be around the caisson. That synopsis is for Sinking In. As the team moves closer to retrieving what they believe to be the chapel vault, a dangerous event occurs in the money pit, and the fellowship must adjust their plans quickly to avoid disaster. Two episodes away on March 11th, 2025 is called Channeling the Solution, apparently involving the Solution Channel, which I believe was first discussed by Jeremy Church after his company did seismic scanning on the island. The Solution Channel could be part of why things are moving around deep underground. So the synopsis is new pathways discovered in the swamp suggest more activity took place on the island than ever believed, and after professional analysis, a gemstone uncovered on Lot 5 has the team believing that someone with great wealth was on the island before the discovery of the money pit. And I believe that gemstone that they would be talking about would be the one found this past week, which was glass. The March 18th episode is called Open Sesame, which my pal Zig likely figured out correctly has to do with Aladdin's cave. I was unable to find a synopsis for that episode. Perhaps a caisson being sunk there, which was the plan. I'll continue recapping new episodes late Tuesday night as they air, while also finishing up Season 8 retro recaps. All of the other seasons are done and are in my Oak Island playlist. I'm also slowly recapping The Secret of Skinwalker Ranch seasons 2 through 4. Seasons 1 and 5 are already done and are in that Skinwalker Ranch playlist. Thank you so much for watching. Please subscribe, like, and comment. Sempre avanti.